Good morning. Well, it's a cloudy morning, Monday. I think it's the 30th. Yeah, May 30th. We finished last week pulling my brother out. Daryl got stuck with the planter, and now I'm heading out to the where that is to hook onto the air receiver so I can get going. I know you can't see it from the camera, but there's water right there. And Daryl did, which some would say, why would you bother even putting corn where it's that wet? But if there's no corn there, it definitely can't grow. And that's where Daryl got stuck, right there. Right there. So he's thinking from this way, everything from the water to the west he can do. And he probably can do a little bit here, but not a whole lot. So we're not even leaving. We'll see what he leaves, but I'm guessing it won't be much. Hopefully he can finish that off right now while I go start the field. I got enough fertilizer in the back to do, I don't know, I'm guessing 50 to 70 acres roughly, so it'll give me a good start. I load up one more time and then I'm good for the rest of the day. Well, maybe not. If we don't get rain, then I can go for a while, but if, assuming the rain comes in the afternoon and I can get these 2 quarters done, then that'll be the last fill for the day. In one of my videos I posted, this was all water, all the way out there, and now it's all gone. The big main ditch going down the middle of the field, it's dry. We could seed probably 75 acres in this field. There's one hole here, a little bit over there. So, just in time for another rain. Get it all wet again. Right on, we're rolling. Oh no, we're not rolling, we're seeding. And it's 10 to 7. Took me a bit to fill up the bags. Took me a bit to get all the bags in. Put 20 bags of seed in, should do over 200 acres. I think it's just, we had just about 2/10 of rain on Saturday night. No, Sunday actually, in the morning. So it's just, it is, we can go, but it is just dry enough.
Well, hello there. Today's another day. Hopefully it's better than Saturday. I got 20 acres roughly of corn to finish up, and then I want to try to touch up one mud hole that's dried up enough that I think I can get that done. So all being said, I think I've got about 25 acres to do. What I got to do is, after getting stuck there Saturday, I got to run everything and make sure my row units are all nothing's plugged up. So that's what I got to do first thing this morning while everything's warming up. Okay, so I got everything up and running. Right now I've got my auto steer screen up, so I'm gonna bring up my planter screen, and in order to fill my discs, as I do every morning before I get going, to go down here to fill disc. This should work, we'll find out. Oh, I think I've got it, because I've seeded this area already. I got to turn my section control off. for a walk and see whether how much is plugged or not. So if we come here, looking good. Oh, there we got a plug. Like that. Turn it just to see. That one's good. For the most part, we're actually looking not bad here. Huh. I'm assuming you're seeing. We are good. In case you can't see it, what I'm looking for is that there's a little bit of corn seed behind each row unit. That tells me two things. Number one, tells me my row units are pressurized or that they're all full. If I go in here, if I look now, all of my seed cells are full. It also tells me that nothing is plugged. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on. Apparently row number 14 is trouble. So I'm gonna guess that it must be plugged. Number 14. Oh, that's weird. It says it's going. Got to look for seed. Maybe I just need to clean the sensor. Okay, so I checked everything. Not sure what's going on. We'll try it again. Okay, row 14 is still showing up, so it's weird. It kind of comes and goes. Stop and check it again. Okay, so it appears my row number 14 clutch is kind of sticking, which is weird. I don't know if I have to clean the thing out or what I gotta do, but gotta get it so she ain't sticking. Okay, so I cleaned it out a little bit, but if that doesn't do it, only other thing I can think of is getting some WD-40 or something in there just to dry, or to lube it up a little bit actually. Well, we're still not wanting to go, so I guess we're gonna go see if we can get some lube or something. So what I'm about to do, I'm not sure about, because I really don't like putting a lube in stuff like this, because to me that's just getting any kind of lube, and dust causes bigger problems, but I don't know why it's sticking, so we're gonna try it and we'll see what happens. Okay, it seems to be turning steady now. Whether it was a band-aid fix or not, all my rows seem to be going. So on our monitor, we've got this portion here, like the bigger portion right now. That's my planter monitor. Then I can actually swap this over. Then I've got my auto steer, or my GPS monitor. That's what that screen's all about. Then I've got this one on the side. This shows me my section control. So what we'll notice is there's 12 of them. I got a 24-row planter. So I do not have 24-row shut off. I've got shuts off 2 rows at a time. So the way this system works is it's not full section control like row to row, but it is 2 rows at a time. And perfect it's not, but it's much better than full planter versus not. So when you get to the planter thing, we're running, I've got my sensitivity really high in corn, so it's not quite as flat lined as much as I'd like to see it, but my sensitivity is really high, so it's running, I'm pretty happy with it. We're averaging decent numbers here. I have done my actual space tests out there, and I'm very consistent when I'm dropping. So yeah, is it going to be perfect? Probably not. There are systems out there that are probably better, but for what we're running, this is working really good, and so far I'm pretty happy with how this is working again. So we're aiming for right around 32,000 on this variety of corn. When I was doing silage, I was doing more like 34,000, just trying to get my population up a little bit. Just for tonnage and that kind of thing later on. So okay, so just how things worked out, Kendall just phoned. He's gonna need fertilizer in half an hour. So being that I've got I think a round and a half, so I've got 10 acres left, plus I'm touching on my mud holes. I'm gonna quickly shut mine down for a bit and make sure I keep him going.
Well, I got 69 acres done. It's 20 after 8. Daryl's on his way with fertilizer. We'll load up this one time, and then we should be I should be good to do the whole next quarter too. Should be able to, so I got 80, 90 acres left here. I'll say 95, and then I should be good. It's going pretty good. I had one wet spot, well, actually a couple wet spots, but one that was really bad, but I didn't get stuck, so that's a good thing. I just plugged up a couple gangs, so yeah, it's going pretty good. Yeah, and Daryl's a mile away right there on the highway. Okay, we're loaded. 20 to 9. I was hoping I could be out of here by 10 o'clock, but we have 90 acres to do it, an hour and 20 minutes. And Daryl has done most of the, he's going back to the planter to finish that corn up. And then I might need some more canola seed once I get going in the other field. I never like putting too much seed in. I put 22 bags. I put 20 bags in, plus there was 2 in there already. So I should have enough for 220 acres. So I should have enough for 60 acres in the next field, but I never like putting it all in. Just, I don't know. That stuff's expensive, and if all of a sudden, for some stupid reason, my rate screws up, it'd suck. There, we're going again. Cloudy like this, and we've been getting rain, like little shots here and there, it just seems like at any moment it could rain. Sure like it a lot more when the sun's shining. But it's not raining and we're going, so that's good. So before I stopped, I was at, this right here is my engine power, so I'm using 100% engine load. I was doing, how fast am I driving now? I'm doing 8.4, and at 100% engine load. Before I was loaded, when I was just about empty, close. spots on this side. I was hoping to get this side, more of this side of the field done because this side's wetter when I was empty. When I was empty or getting close to empty, I was running like 88% engine load at 9.5 mile an hour. Speed just kills horsepower or speed and weight. So now I've got like 24,000 pounds. I just put 24,000 pounds of fertilizer in our cart, so I got that much more weight. Plus, I'm having to go a little bit slower, just because engine power is loaded right down. Well, it's just starting to mist here. I got 60 acres left. I'm doing 66 acres an hour. I'm going as fast as I can. It's not even supposed to rain for another couple hours. So close. Even if I could just finish this quarter, that would be nice. But I've got the wettest part of the field done. It's not like we're finishing seeding today, but it's always nice to have a field done before a rain. At least then the crop isn't stagey throughout the year. But my depth is really nice. Canola barely needs to be, it just needs to be covered if you know you're getting rain. It doesn't take much. You want this stuff out of the ground as quick as possible. We often fight with flea beetles and other issues with canola, so you want that stuff growing, you want it growing quick. That would be ideal. My monitor is not as tricky as Daryl's in the planter. It's pretty simple. I got 2 acre counters right here, so if I refill on a field, I can just press it and then I can reset one. Then up here, I got tank 1, which is off. Tank 2 is my fertilizer at 67 pounds. And then my canola is in tank 3 at 4.3 pounds. And then my fan speed is just about 4,400. And this is the green button right there. That's my on-off switch. I hit that to turn it on and off. Then I got my engine power, my slippage, my fuel consumption, my acres an hour, and how much fuel I got left. And then here I got my down pressure. I'm running 470. The Packers, I do that. If the Packers are moving lots like this, then I just up my pressure. I've never ran it this low. This year I've been running lots of 500 to 800. Typically, we're running our down pressure in that 12 to 1600. In other years, it's just the ground is so mellow and it's just, I don't need any down pressure. And the fields are also very, very smooth. So then the tires are just sitting there. On a lot of air seeders, you have more than one row. You have a front row, a back row, and a back row. I think some units might even have 3 rows. I know. Anyway, this unit is 1 row. All my discs are in 1 solid row. So if the pros to the unit, speed doesn't matter because my front row isn't throwing onto my back row, which would screw the depth up. And therefore, a lot of units, if you have a front row and a back row, you have to go a certain speed because the faster you go, the more dirt that front row is going to throw onto the rows behind it. On this unit, because it's all 1 solid row in the back, you don't have to worry about that, so speed doesn't matter. I think speed can also be a little bit harder on equipment too. So if the field is smooth, I can travel really fast and it can actually work really good. And if it's a little bit wetter out, the mud can flow right through the discs. I shouldn't have said that. That was definitely noticing it's starting to get a little tacky. Like I said, I hope we can finish it. The part that sucks with having one solid row, when I get those rocks that are about the size of a football or ish soccer ball, they like to go in between my discs, and then they jam my discs up, and then those discs stop turning and it starts to plow the dirt. That is the disadvantage of this. We did it. Quarter knocked off in a little over 3.5 hours. So. Next field. On this field we sold the straw last year to the farm that does all of our chopping, and they baled this field. They were baling a whole bunch of fields in this area, but at night they decided to, on a Saturday night, they decided to park the bale here, which was totally fine. Everything seemed fine. And then Sunday morning, got pictures of the baler completely gone up in flames, exactly how it is, except there was a John Deere tractor sitting in front, and the John Deere tractor was perfectly fine. I think there was, well, I shouldn't say that. I think there was a little bit of melting on the fender, but it didn't burn. They drove it away. All right, well, we're rolling. It's 11:15. I got 160 acres to do. I can do roughly 60 acres-ish, 50 acres, and I'm gonna have to load up for, in about 50 acres, I'm gonna have to load up with some more canola that hopefully Daryl brings out. And that should be it. So, oh, I got mud here. Guess I should pay attention. That wasn't too bad. Well, I'm on my last up and down, and it's starting to rain. It came a little later than what they were calling. They said for 1:45, 2 o'clock, and it is 2:30, I think. Yeah, it's 2:37, so I needed every minute I could. But the system's coming from over there. It's coming this way. Yeah. Now I just need to get off this field. As soon as I get done, I'll have to. Hopefully, it doesn't come too quick. I'm going as fast as I can. Half a mile left, and yeah, another quarter hammered off. I got 3 minutes to get to that side, and I'll have done this field in 3 hours, so I'm pretty happy with that. Quarter section in 3 hours. Neighbors going right here. They got a Case AFX hoe drill. I don't know how big it is. It's either 60 or 70 feet. It's pretty big. He covered this 80 up pretty quick. There we go. Another field in the books. That's my camera, that's my canola. I got like maybe half a bag left in there, maybe a little bit more. So, pretty much perfect. I also have a bag on top. I better get that actually in before we get rain on it. Oh, it feels good to stand. You want to see a big stone? Neighbors pulled that monster. I didn't even know we had stones that big out here. Thing's huge. Still water here. on Saturday, I didn't think we were going to get any more crop until after the rain. Rain got pushed back a little bit, and we were able to hammer off another half section. Daryl finished the corn. That's awesome, because now we can switch everything over to beans. And I'm done our fields that are kind of that way. Now all of our other fields are that way, so that's convenient. Yeah, not pumped about the rain, but nothing we can do about it. So we've got quite a bit of crop in. We're sitting, I think, a little over 70%. So yeah, that's how it goes. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for taking the time to watch. Have a good one.